Hello and good evening. Well, on the rising, searing May mercury levels, you can expect a little relief with the heat being generated due to the general elections campaigning to cool down after today. Campaigning for the 7th and final phase of the 2019 Lok Sabha polls is over. Sunday, we'll see 59 seats of 7 states and the Union Territory of City Beautiful Chandigarh going to the hustings. Prime Minister Narendra Modi's Varanasi seat is at stake, as well as also are the 9 remaining seats in West Bengal, which have witnessed a pitched battle between the Trinamool Congress and its principal challenger, the BJP. We'll be talking about that tonight in Mandate 2019 with our guests, but first, our headlines. Curtains down on campaigning for the 7th and the last phase of the Lok Sabha polls. Sunday will see polling on 59 seats in 7 states and 1 union territory. Star campaigners of various political parties made their last-ditch efforts to woo voters. Prime Minister Narendra Modi campaigned in Madhya Pradesh. Congress President Rahul Gandhi was in Himachal Pradesh. SP-BSP RLD alliance held a joint rally in Uttar Pradesh's Mirzapur. Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Congress President Rahul Gandhi hold press conferences, thank voters for their support. The Supreme Court vacates its order granting interim protection to former Kolkata Police Commissioner Rajiv Kumar from arrest in the Sharda Chit Fund case, gives 7 days to seek legal remedies. Normalcy slowly returning to cyclone Foni hit Odisha. The centre ensures all help, extends GST return filing dates for 14 cyclone hit districts from the 28th of this month to the 28th of June. Markets surge, Sensex up 537 points. Nifty also gains 150 points. Auto and FMCG indices gain 2.5%. followed by bank and infra. And in international news, US President Donald Trump pitches for a merit-based immigration system. The immigration reform proposal significantly increased the quota of skilled workers from existing nearly 12% to 57%. Opponents ask, what about asylum seekers and dreamers? And consultations with foreign guests are ongoing at the Indian Pavilion during the Cannes Film Festival. Israeli producers deliberate with their Indian counterparts on co-production modalities. Indian stars also visit the pavilion. Well, the sound and fury of nearly 2 long months of campaigning for the general elections has fallen silent now. The last and 7th phase of 2019 elections will see polling on 59 Lok Sabha seats in 7 states and the Union Territory of City Beautiful Chandigarh. Prime Minister Narendra Modi's Varanasi seat notches up the criticality of this round, but there are several other key contests in the mix, considering all 13 seats in Punjab, 13 of Eastern UP, 9 of West Bengal and 8 each of Bihar and Madhya Pradesh are also polling in this phase.
The over 2-month-long election marathon has now reached its last leg. Friday saw campaigning for the 7th phase of polling coming to an end. All the canvassing for votes for the 9 remaining Lok Sabha seats in West Bengal to be polled had been curtailed prematurely on Thursday. Sunday will see all 59 seats in the 7th phase go to the hustings. The last day of campaigning saw all political stakeholders making their final push for votes through rallies, roadshows and several other means. The last day of campaigning saw Prime Minister Narendra Modi wooing voters in Madhya Pradesh's Khargaon. Congress President Rahul Gandhi holding a rally in Himachal Pradesh's Solan for the Shimla Lok Sabha seat. And among regional powers, even the Mahagathbandhan's Mayawati and Akhilesh Yadav addressed a joint political meet in Uttar Pradesh's Mirzapur. Now Sunday will see polling for 59 seats in 7 states and 1 union territory. Nearly 10.02 crore voters will be exercising their franchise. The electorate has 5.27 crore men and 4.75 crore women. The fate of 918 candidates will be sealed in the 7th phase. 1,12,000 polling stations have been set up to ensure smooth voting. All 13 seats in Punjab are polling in this phase. 13 seats in eastern Uttar Pradesh are also up for grabs. 9 seats in West Bengal too will go to the hustings. 8 seats each in Madhya Pradesh and Bihar will also see voting taking place. All 4 seats in Himachal Pradesh are also up for grabs. 3 seats in Jharkhand are also included, and Chandigarh makes up the 59th seat. Punjab is having a single-shot election for all its 13 seats in the final phase, with 278 candidates in the fray. It's a three-way fight between the BJP Shiromani Akali Dal combined, the Congress ruling in the state, and the Aam Aadmi Party.
Campaigning for all the 13 constituencies of Punjab came to an end on Friday evening. The people of Punjab, that's over 2 crore voters, will now vote on Sunday to decide the fate of the 278 candidates that are in fray, which includes some heavyweights. On the 23rd, once the ballots open or the EVMs open, it will be clear who wins from Punjab. And this time around, the youth is going to play an important role in these elections because over 4 lakh first-time voters have been added to the list.
13 seats in Uttar Pradesh that are going to the hustings in the last phase include the Prime Minister's constituency Varanasi, Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath's traditional stronghold Gorakhpur, Balia, Ghazipur, as well as Mirzapur. A total of 167 candidates are fancying their chances here. In Bihar, 157 candidates are vying for voters' blessings on 8 Lok Sabha seats. Keen fights have been seen for seats such as Nalanda, Patna Sahib, Patliputra and Ara. It's the NDA versus the Mahagathbandhan in the state. 8 seats are also going to polls in Madhya Pradesh with 82 candidates in the last phase. It's mostly a straight fight between the BJP and the Congress in Madhya Pradesh. Key seats include Devas, Ujjain, Indore and Ratlam. The last phase also includes all 4 seats in Himachal Pradesh with 45 candidates fighting it out. 3 remaining seats in Jharkhand are also polling the same day with 42 candidates. Sunday will also see polling in the Union Territory of Chandigarh, where the BJP's Kiran Kher is facing off with Congress's Pawan Kumar Bansal. 34 more candidates are also vying for the voters' blessings in the city beautiful. The field of VVIP candidates in the final phase of elections is led by Prime Minister Narendra Modi in Varanasi. Union Ministers Ravi Shankar Prasad, Hardeep Singh Puri, Harsimrat Kaur Badal, R.K. Singh, Manoj Sinha and Anupriya Patel are also in the fray. Top names from the BJP include actors Ravi Kishan and Sunny Deol and UP BJP Chief Mahendra Nath Pandey. The Congress has Manish Tiwari, Meera Kumar, Pawan Kumar Bansal and Shatrughan Sinha as some of the well-known contenders. The Akali Dal also has Sukhbir Singh Badal, AAP has Bhagwant Mann and Trinamool's Saugata Roy is battling it out too. The 7th phase also saw frenzied campaigning by all political stakeholders like in the previous phases. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, BJP Chief Amit Shah and several other union ministers as well as top leaders were among the pinch hitters for the BJP. The Congress relied on the dynastic draw of party President Rahul Gandhi and his General Secretary Sister Priyanka Gandhi Vadra. The Akhilesh Maya-led Mahagathbandhan reached out to voters in UP through multiple rallies. West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee also did her own brand of combative campaigning, as did the left. Leaders of JDU and RJD also vied for voters' blessings in Bihar. AAP's Arvind Kejriwal was also seen stepping out of the national capital to canvass for his party's candidates in Punjab. With Bureau Inputs, Newsnight Desk, DD India.
And the 7th phase of polling also involves 9 seats in West Bengal, in South Bengal, including state capital Kolkata. These are the seats for which a pitched battle has been fought between the state's ruling party, that is the Trinamool Congress, and its main challenger, BJP, with the left and Congress watching from the sidelines. Things deteriorated to the extent that there was violence during BJP chief Amit Shah's roadshow, and the Election Commission stepped in to remove key state officials and chop the period of campaigning by 20 hours.
West Bengal was a key focus in this Lok Sabha election. The state ranks 3rd in terms of seats after Uttar Pradesh and Maharashtra. Political temperatures are high as Mamata Banerjee's citadel goes to polls for the remaining 9 seats in the state in the 7th and last phase. Campaigning for all these seats ended at 10 p.m. on the 16th of May itself, as per EC's direction, a day before its scheduled deadline. For the first time in India's electoral history, such a step was taken by the Election Commission. In West Bengal, 9 seats of South Bengal will be going to polls on Sunday. 111 candidates are in the fray. There are 1,49,63,064 voters in this phase. The seats going to polls include North Kolkata, South Kolkata, Dum, Barasat, Basirhat, Jadavpur, Diamond Harbour, Joynagar and Mathurapur, which is also a reserved seat. The contest in West Bengal is four-cornered, with the Trinamool Congress, BJP, Congress and left locking horns. The high-decibel campaigning saw top leaders like PM Modi and Amit Shah going all out, while Mamata Banerjee too held her ground. The Congress and left also have not left any stone unturned to woo voters. From trading charges to skirmishes between workers, there was no dearth of drama throughout the campaigning. Political temperatures went through the roof after Amit Shah's roadshow was marred by violence. The Election Commission's order followed the exchanges between workers of the Trinamool Congress and the BJP. 710 companies of security forces have been stationed for the elections on Sunday, with the hope that the last and the final phase will see peaceful voting. With Aisha Khanam and Nadeem Ansari, Newsnight Desk, DD India.
And another equally arguably more crucial state for the last phase is Uttar Pradesh, where 13 seats are at stake on Sunday. Gorakhpur, Chandauli, Mirzapur and Ghazipur are some of the key contests, but none is more prestigious than Varanasi, where Prime Minister Narendra Modi is seeking the blessings of voters of the holy city for a second time to return to his seat of power in Delhi.
They say the road to the seat of Delhi goes through Uttar Pradesh. Not for nothing do fireworks fly from the first day of the elections in the state, which has the maximum number of seats by virtue of being the most populous in the country. 13 seats are going to the hustings in this phase. These include Varanasi, Gorakhpur, Chandauli, Devariya, Kushinagar, Ghazipur, Balia, Ghosi, Mirzapur, Maharajganj, Basgaon, Robertsganj and Salempur. The most high-profile among them and the centre of attraction is, of course, PM Modi's constituency, Varanasi. When he won the last time, PM Modi had thanked Mother Ganga for her blessings. This time round, his opponents in the fray are the Congress's Ajay Rai and Shalini Yadav of the Mahagathbandhan. Campaigning hit top gear from the day nominations were filed. Prime Minister Narendra Modi held a roadshow on the day he filed his nomination. On the part of the Congress, Priyanka Gandhi Vadra held a roadshow for the party candidate, while the Mahagathbandhan held a joint rally for the party candidate on Friday. Leaders from almost all parties were seen in the ancient city's many bylanes, sometimes appealing for votes and at others, like in the case of many union ministers from the BJP camp, exhorting people to cast their votes. Revered as one of the holiest of Hindu cities with a heritage linked to the Ganga, the seat has been a political hotbed, but never so much as in the present day, since PM Modi selected it as his constituency. Prime Minister Narendra Modi had also contested from Vadodara in Gujarat in 2014 and won, but it is Varanasi that he is more identified with. That year, his opponents in Varanasi were AAP convener Arvind Kejriwal and Congress's Ajay Rai. It was a landslide win for the PM, and this time too all eyes are on who takes Varanasi and with what victory margin. With Shailendra Mishra and Harikesh Bahadur Singh from Varanasi, Newsnight Desk, DD India.
Well, just to get a bit of a flavour of how the contest is set up for the final phase, we're going across to two of our colleagues and correspondents, one in Varanasi, Harikesh, and to Amritpal Singh, joining us from Kapurthala in Punjab. First to you, Harikesh, if I could ask you, a lot of people are saying, and mostly that it's a foregone conclusion for Prime Minister Modi winning that seat, but clearly the Mahagathbandhan and the Congress have a different perspective on it, even if it is just about, a victory margin for the Prime Minister.
गौतम, मैं बताऊं आपको कि ये जो प्रधानमंत्री ने 2014 में जब नॉमिनेशन फाइल किया था तो उस समय वो प्रधानमंत्री नहीं थे, और इस बार प्रधानमंत्री के तौर पे उन्होंने जो संसदीय क्षेत्र में अपना नॉमिनेशन फाइल किया है, इसका असर पूरे बनारस भर में आपको दिखाई दे रहा है। आप किसी से भी बात करते हैं तो वो लोग बताते हैं कि हम लोग सांसद नहीं प्रधानमंत्री चुन रहे हैं। और उसके बाद जब विकास की बात आती है तो वो लोग, जो भी यहाँ पे लोग हैं जिनसे हम बात करते हैं, वो लोग विकास की बात करते हैं तो कहते हैं कि काम हुआ है, स्वच्छता दिखाई दे रही है, घाटों पर जो गंदगी हुआ करती थी वो सफाई दिखाई दे रही है। प्रधानमंत्री ने जो यहीं से स्वच्छता का आह्वान किया था उसका असर भी लोगों पे है, लोग खुद स्वच्छता रखना चाह रहे हैं। इसके अलावा जो आपने जैसा बताया कि अजय राय जो कांग्रेस के प्रत्याशी हैं और जो इसके पहले चुनाव लड़ चुके हैं, वो कांग्रेस के प्रत्याशी जो है पिछली बार जब चुनाव लड़े थे तो 75,000 के लगभग वोट पाए थे और उनकी जमानत जब्त हो गई थी। और जो अरविंद केजरीवाल जो 2,28,000 के आसपास वोट पाए थे, उनका चूंकि अरविंद केजरीवाल चुनाव नहीं लड़ रहे हैं या इस तरह का कोई प्रत्याशी चुनाव नहीं लड़ रहा है, संयुक्त गठबंधन की जो शालिनी यादव हैं उसके पहले कांग्रेस में थी, एक दिन पहले आई और उनको टिकट दे दिया गया। तो जो अखिलेश मायावती ने अभी कल रैली की, इसके पहले प्रियंका गांधी ने रोड शो किया, वो रोड शो भी वहीं से शुरू हुआ और गोदौलिया लंका से शुरू होकर गोदौलिया पे ही जाके समाप्त हुआ, जहां से नॉमिनेशन के पहले प्रधानमंत्री ने अपना रोड शो किया था। तो इन लोगों के भी कोशिश है, भीड़ जुट रही है, इनके भी अपने समर्थक हैं और ये लोग कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि ये प्रधानमंत्री मोदी को टक्कर दे सकें। जबकि बीजेपी के जो केंद्रीय मंत्री नेता, इनके सहयोगी दल के केंद्रीय मंत्री रामदास अठावले जो आरपीआई के अध्यक्ष भी हैं, इस तरह के और कई प्रदेशों के नेता यहाँ पे आ रहे हैं, चुनाव प्रचार कर रहे हैं जो मोदी जी के लिए। तो ये बीजेपी ये इसलिए प्रचार कर रही है कि जो मतों का अंतर था 2014 में उसको मैक्सिमम किया जा सके, ज्यादा से ज्यादा बढ़ाया जा सके। नॉमिनेशन के बाद प्रधानमंत्री ने खुद ही संवाददाता पत्रकारों से बात करते हुए कहा था कि एक अपील की थी यहाँ के लोगों से कि आप लोग ये मत सोचिए कि मोदी जीत गया है, जीत रहा है, इस भ्रम में आप लोग मतदान करने जरूर जाइए। और इसका ये सीधा संकेत था कि आप मतदान करें जिससे जो मतों का अंतर है वो और ही ज्यादा हो। ऐसा विश्वास भी है प्रधानमंत्री को, क्योंकि उन्होंने कहा कि अब मैं चुनाव के परिणाम आने के बाद ही फिर वाराणसी में आऊंगा। ऐसी चर्चा थी कि प्रधानमंत्री आने वाले हैं, लेकिन वो नहीं आए यहाँ पर और ये विश्वास। इसके अलावा भाजपा के जो केंद्रीय मंत्री हैं कितने, वो लोगों के घर घर जाके चुनाव प्रचार कर रहे हैं, लोगों को अपील कर रहे हैं कि वो बाहर निकले, 19 तारीख को मतदान करें। इसके अलावा जो स्वयंसेवी संस्थाएं हैं, छात्र हैं, प्रोफेसर, शिक्षाविद हैं, इवन मंदिर के पुजारी तक लोगों से ये बार बार कह रहे हैं कि आप पहला काम कीजिए, मतदान जो है कीजिए और काशी का सम्मान बढ़ाइए। यानी इस बार कुल देखकर ये लगता है कि मतदान जो है यहाँ पे रिकॉर्ड मतदान होगा। गौतम,
Well, let's hope that turnout doesn't turn out to be an issue of concern, just because the conclusion of that battle, the electoral battle in Varanasi, is a foregone one. Let's now go across to Amritpal Singh, my colleague joining us from Punjab, Kapurthala. Amritpal, just as it's all about Prime Minister Modi to a large extent, not just in Varanasi but even in these elections nationwide, in Punjab it's about Captain Amrinder Singh, isn't it? He is the Chief Minister of the state. He got the Congress back to power there in the state elections in 2017, and as for the BJP and the Akalis, they want to ensure that Captain Amrinder Singh is beaten back, he doesn't get to march on.
Oh, well, yes, that's what the contest looks like, Gautam. The Akali Dal BJP combined would want to make it an election. That is a verdict, at least here in Punjab, that is a verdict on the Captain government's performance over the past 2.5 years that he has been power in the state. And also, of course, the narrative that the BJP is taking is that Prime Minister Modi is a strong Prime Minister. He knows how to deal with errant countries like Pakistan. When it comes to terror, he deals with an iron hand, and he is the one who can provide a stable and a strong government at the center, and that is the need of the hour. So that's what the Akali Dal BJP combined is trying to do. The vote is being sought in the name of voting back Modi back to power. So Namo again are the posters that you see even on places where Akali Dal has fielded its own candidate. The Akali Dal, there is a palpable anger against the Akali Dal, at least on the sacrilege issue. So that is a big issue here. As far as the third player, which was a very strong player in the last elections in Punjab, the Aam Aadmi Party, which had bagged 4 seats out of 13 seats, this time around seems to be on a weak wicket, essentially because of internal factionalism. Many founding leaders of the party have left the party, floated their own parties. Bhagwant Mann remains the only prominent face or the key face of AAP. He's an MP from Sangrur. He's contesting again from Sangrur. That's what the contest here in Punjab looks like.
And what about national issues? You're saying it's about contest of whether it should be Prime Minister Modi again and whether it should not. And there are issues in Punjab also that find a resonance in what has happened in recent times, be it the Kartarpur corridor or Sam Pitroda's Hua Tha Hua. I'm sorry.
That's right. That's finding resonance in people. Kartarpur, as you know, Punjab is a Sikh-dominated state. So Kartarpur is a big emotional point for the Sikhs because they get to see the final resting place of their first Guru, Guru Nanak Dev. Which they earlier used to be on this side and would see through a telescope. But now, you know, if the Langa is open, so the BJP is trying to get credit for that, while Navjot Sidhu is also trying to, you know, steal the credit for that, saying that it was his personal relationship with Imran Khan that got the Kartarpur, that he was instrumental in getting the Kartarpur Langa opened, now at least in principle. But you know, that is an emotional issue for people of Punjab, especially the Sikhs, and it resonates for them. The other issue of, you know, be it development or be it the issue of hua to hua. 84 really for the new generation is Punjab has moved on. The old generation, 84 people remember 84 here. But you know, now the BJP Akali Dal Combine is trying to get credit for sending Sajjan Kumar to jail.
Okay.
They're saying that they were instrumental. They started they reopened the cases, ordered re-investigation, and that's why the courts could get it. But when statements as insensitive as hua to hua is made by the likes of Sam Patroda, it doesn't sit well with the people. Though the Congress is trying to do a damage control by right from Rahul Gandhi to Captain Amrinder, you know, dismissing it out of hand and saying it was a stupid statement and asking Sam Patroda to apologize, which he did. But yes, you know, that is a hurtful issue for the people of Punjab. Let's see if the BJP Akali Dal Combine can you know, get some votes on the issue, but they're trying to get credit for sending at least Sajjan Kumar to jail.
Okay. Let's also quickly go across to Rajesh Raj, who's joining me from Patna, where of course a battle between friends turned foes is taking place. But apart from Patna, 7 other seats are at stake in Bihar. And Rajesh, you've tracked elections for long in that state. How has the narrative changed or remained the same for a state like Bihar?
देखिए, अगर हम नैरेटिव चेंज की बात करें गौतम, तो एक बात तो स्पष्ट तौर पर यहाँ पर देखने जो स्थानीय मुद्दे थे वो नजर आए। राष्ट्रीय दिल्ली में होती हैं वो बातें गांव में भी गॉसिप के हमने देखी। जो बिहार में चाय की दुकान है उसको राजनीति की पहली पाठशाला है, जो बातें निकल कर सामने आती हैं और जनमत होता है। की दुकान पर जब हम लोगों के साथ बात करने के लिए बैठे तो वहां भी कहीं ना कहीं राष्ट्रीय मुद्दे, सर्जिकल स्ट्राइक, विकास, तमाम तरह की बातें होती रहीं। वहीं दूसरा जो पक्ष उभर कर सामने आया कि कहीं ना कहीं जो सोशल जो इक्वेशन है, जो हमारा सामाजिक ताना है, उस सामाजिक ताने बाने की भी बात हो रही है। खास करके महागठबंधन के लोगों ने जिस तरीके से आरक्षण, संविधान, तमाम जो सामाजिक मुद्दे कोशिश की, उसका भी कहीं ना कहीं जनता के बीच उसका असर देखने को मिला। इन सब, लेकिन इसके बावजूद हम कह सकते हैं कि जिस बिहार में सिर्फ और सिर्फ जाति की बात होती है, जाति का ताना नजर आया। और कई ऐसे हैं गौतम, खासकर अगर हम मधेपुरा से बात करें, मधेपुरा से अगर बेगूसराय सामाजिक ताना नजर आया, लेकिन जब बेगूसराय से हम बेतिया, वाल्मीकि नगर की तरफ बढ़े तो फिर जो सामाजिक ताना बाना है वो कहीं जुड़ता कहीं टूटता नजर आया। फिर हम अगर सासाराम और आप काराकाट, बक्सर, आरा की बात करें तो यहाँ भी कई ऐसे क्षेत्र थे जहां पर की मुकाबला आर पार नजर आया। तो हम कह सकते हैं कि समीकरण टूटते और बनते, बिगड़ते नजर आए। एक कंस्टिट्यूएंसी का जिक्र करना चाहूंगा गौतम, जो आरा बगल का कंस्टिट्यूएंसी है, जहां पर कि पटना से 55 किलोमीटर की दूरी है। आरा, जो केंद्रीय मंत्री आर.के. सिंह जहां से सांसद है, वहां पर राजू यादव माले के प्रत्याशी हैं। किसी भी वामपंथी पार्टियों का महागठबंधन के साथ कोई गठबंधन नहीं है, लेकिन वहां पर माले को आरजेडी ने समर्थन किया है और माले ने मीसा भारती को पाटलिपुत्रा में समर्थन किया है। माले अन्य 4 जगहों पर चुनाव मैदान में है। आप समझ सकते हैं कि ये फ्रेंडली फाइट या फाइट जो है वो कहीं ना कहीं बीजेपी को रोकने के लिए एक गठबंधन बनाने की कोशिश की गई है, आपसी समझ विकसित करने की कोशिश की
Well,
गई
we'll
है,
have to wait
जबकि
and see how it
तमाम
works
वामपंथी
on the
पार्टियां
ground,
कन्हैया से लेकर अब
Rajesh
तक कहीं किसी के साथ
Right. We'll have to see how it works on the ground, and we'll all find out pretty soon now. Not much of a wait, thankfully, because this is the last phase of polling, and we'll have results out on the 23rd of May. It might take a little time because of those VVPAT issues, verifications to be done as well. But we will get to know, if a little late, on the 23rd of May. Thanks a lot for joining us, all three of you, with those updates on the final phase of polling, the 7th phase of polling in the Lok Sabha elections. And that now brings up our In Focus tonight, which is Mandate 2019 final phase on Sunday. And we have Shishir Sinha, senior journalist, with us in our studio. Also Ajay Kaul, managing editor of the IANS. First to you, Shishir, how are you seeing this final phase poised, in the sense that already there is concern over turnout? People have been talking about a sense of fatigue, especially on social media. It's been almost 2 months that the election process was initiated, and turnout-wise, certain non-encouraging signs are also coming through as far as some phases of polling are concerned.
You are very right, Gautam. If you take the polling
And it's a Sunday.
Yeah, if you take the polling percentage on phase 1, it was almost 69.4. And in the last phase, it was just 63.4 or 63.5. If you take the average, of course, it comes out around 67%, which is higher than the 2014 when we had a 66.14%. The percentage is, is better than 2014. But the real issue is that why people are not voting. If you take the 66%, that means out of 3%, just 2 people are voting, 1 is not voting. The big question is why that 1 person is not voting. We need to take that person out from the home and ask him to vote. Other thing which I believe that we should go for Australian model, where people who do not exercise their voting right, they are penalized. We also need to think about that kind of system, because at the end of the day, it's our duty to vote for the new government, vote for the assembly, vote for the parliament. We question the government, but we do not vote. So I think we need to do something on that direction.
Well, that's a thought, but I'm sure there are as many opponents to that school of thought as well in the country as there might be, or I think there would be fewer supporters. But Ajay Kaul, look at the contrast really. The state where perhaps the maximum number of people in mainstream India come out, forget the Northeast, because in the Northeast the participation is perhaps even higher in certain states, but in West Bengal, maximum number of people come out, more than 80%, perhaps even in these 6 phases that have taken place. But the level of violence was such that the period of campaigning was curtailed for 20 hours in the final phase. What do you make of this sort of a contrast, where there is violence but people are not deterred as well?
See, West Bengal is a very typical case this time. You have seen, we have seen the, turnout has been above 75% all through all the phases, 6 phases. But there has been a lot of violence, lot of political violence. It is very, very unseen in all the, 2-3 decades. There has not been so much of violence, political violence in any state. In fact, even in J&K, where there is a lot of terrorism, there has not been so much of violence. It has been rather very peaceful.
Because of multiple phases.
Multiple phases. Well. But here in West Bengal also it has been, spread over 7 phases. 42 seats spread over 7 phases. It's not bad. And there are a lot of forces deployed, additional forces, 701 companies have been deployed just for 1 phase. Despite that, there is booth capturing and all those things. It's very, it's not a good sign, I'll say, for the democracy. And coming from a state like West Bengal, which has been which has had a very rich culture.
Certainly, and that is, of course, an area of concern which needs to be addressed. But even in terms of the way campaigning has gone, Shishir, people have been extremely concerned about the kind of voices that have come forth, the kind of issues that have been really dug up even from the past, and linking it to the future of the country. It has left a bitter taste in the mouth of a lot of people as well.
Certainly this time, if we talk about the development issue or unemployment issue or growth issues or GST or demonetization, all these things are not part of the electoral debate which we are doing or which we are seeing in various states, the kind of language which are being used in every political rally, and especially by opposition party and especially by some specific parties in some specific states, I mean, you cannot accept that. And also it's a kind of personal attack. People are attacking personally. Earlier, when we used to talk about political differences, they used to say that there will never be a permanent enemy in the politics. There will be some kind of friend in future or something like that. And keeping this in mind, there was a healthy fight between two political ideology. Now that is the fight between two persons, and that is, I think, leaving a very bad taste in all the voters, and especially for the first time voters. I mean, you must be knowing almost 1.5 crore people, 1.5 crore first time voters are participating in this election, and what kind of impression they are getting from the political system, this we need to think of.
Well, certainly. And Ajay Kaul, the other thing, of course, is from issues that should really matter to the people. We've gone to a very personalized level in terms of how words were chosen. Prime Minister Modi even listed them out, the kind of names that he's been called, from the past to the present. And it's not just confined to him. Other leaders have made far more disparaging comments about, some of his rivals. Where do you see this going in terms of again, that concern where we need to get more and more people out enthused about exercising their franchise, and they then hear all this being raked up?
See, we pride ourselves as the largest democracy, and which we are, but then it has to be very healthy democracy also. You have to raise issues which concern the people. I mean, developmental issues, I mean, as Vikas and other issues, security issues.
Perhaps it's our job to remind them that.
So I think, I guess they know it, but then when it leads one person or one party attacks another person, or attacks below the belt rather, like Prime Minister has been called Chokidar Chor hai, and all those things. I mean, it has been a sustained attack. So then BJP has an argument that if we are attack our Prime Minister, he is the Prime Minister of the country, he is not a Prime Minister of the party, any party. So if he is attacked, so there will be reaction. So then where does it lead? There is a spiral effect.
Yes.
So one thing leads to another thing, and then you go to to your family, to your wife, to your father, your brother, and all those. It's very, it's very cheap to say the minimum.
Well,
one should talk about issues which, if you are an opposition party, you say this government has failed on those issues or these parameters, then we are going to provide alternatives of better. Let people decide. But instead of indulging all this.
Certainly. And Shishir, part of your journalistic credentials is also watching the business fair and even the markets, and it's a very strange course that the markets have followed, and people are linking it to what might emerge as the results on the 23rd. Do you see any substance in that? Markets tracking political prospects of Prime Minister Modi and his rivals?
During last 10 days, you must have observed various geopolitical development, and especially sanction against Iran, which has come into effect, then Venezuela. Then we are also seeing some kind of political disturbances in the Gaza and the Philistine and all those places.
Specifically.
And the other thing is that we are also seeing some kind of slowdown in Japan, also in China and some other part of the world. So all these are affecting. You are just tracking Sensex, but if you track all the indices, whether it is the Hong Kong index or the Shanghai index of China, or from the European nations, or from the FTSE from London, you will find that many of them have fallen to a very low level. You just take Dow Jones Industrial Averages Index or Nasdaq Index, both of them have gone down. So it's not something that only the Indian thing is affecting Sensex. It is the geopolitical tension is also affecting the thing. Of course, whenever there is election, there will be uncertainty in the market.
What's the story of the last 2 days?
Yes,
today
and and people will think that what will happen on 23rd. They are, this time you must have observed that this is one of the very this is an election where people are not very vocal. Earlier they used to be very vocal that this belonged to this particular party, this section belonged to that particular party, but this time sensing the mood of people is not very easy, and that is why the market is also affected by that. But this is only one of the region. There are many regions, and geopolitical is affecting more than the Indian thing. So it's a combination of geopolitical plus uncertainty in the political structure that is affecting the globe, that is affecting the stock market. So fall in stock market today, the Sensex has gone up by 240, 250 points. So what you will find that on the last day of campaigning for the final phase, when the market has gone up, and when there is if you go to betting market, the change in the mood, that is also affecting the stock market. So all these things combined, you can't just think of the political development also. You also have to think about the geopolitical, and you also think about the various other market intermediaries, what they are thinking, and also the illegal market. So all these are affecting stock market, not just the political.
Well, the Sensex closed 537 points up today, which is quite a bit of a jump, almost 1.33%. Significant that. Ajay Kaul, what do you make of all this? All this speculative bit around what will happen on the 23rd of May. Is there room for speculation really in these elections to the extent that we've seen, say, in the markets, or as Shishir was mentioning, the Satta Bazaar?
See, in all elections, I think suspense remains till the end. In 2014, it was a kind of little
foregone conclusion.
Foregone conclusion. There was a clear wave. The wave was, everybody knew which way the direction, the elections are going. Maybe that is not, that is amiss this time. So that is
like
why
Shishir said, it's not that vocal.
Yeah, it's not vocal, as you may say. So that is why I think it leads to more of speculation. What will happen? Who will form the government? Whether.
But at the same time, people are mocking, this talk about wave and undercurrent, saying fark kya dono mein?
So wave is like in 2014, you saw it was clear. Everybody was vocally speaking about that BJP should come to power, and Modi and Modi and Modi. Although it's there right now also, but it's not. Maybe it's subdued little bit. It's subdued. And also there have been little changes in the opposition camp, the strategy wise. They have, like this Mahagathbandhan or regional players have maybe made some strategic changes and adjustments, which are maybe giving a tough fight to the BJP. Maybe that these things may be leading to more speculation and uncertainty what will happen. Although BJP, like Prime Minister today also said that we are clear to get majority, 300 seats we will get. So they are very hopeful about that. So let us see.
And what was also interesting, Shishir, was the fact that two press conferences happened today, one in the BJP headquarters, the other in the AICC, and there was Prime Minister Modi on one side and Rahul Gandhi on one side, and channels were not sure which one to cut when.
Very true. That was a most difficult task and most challenging task for a producer sitting on the panel, that which one has to be switched on. But I think the BJP press conference, you must have observed that Prime Minister gave a opening remark kind of thing, and then all the questions were taken by the President. As he rightly said that only President in our system takes all the question. Rahul Gandhi is also President of Congress Party, so he took all the questions. So if you cannot compare that what Rahul did and what Mr. Modi did. It was Rahul versus Amit Shah, because both are the president of two different parties. But I feel that there was an opportunity to silence all the critics who said that Prime Minister hasn't held any press conference. This was an opportunity which I think that he should have taken at least 3-4 questions, replied on that. Although he has given so many interviews, even today he gave at least 2 interviews to various news channels. So those interviews are there, but press conference has a different impression.
If it had been entirely up to the Prime Minister, maybe things would have been different. But the answer that we're all interested in ultimately is what's going to happen on the 23rd, and not much long to wait for that ultimate answer. And on that note, thank you for joining us, both you and Ajay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, now we will shift focus away from elections and talk about what's happening in Odisha. Well, in the aftermath of Cyclone Phoni, the state is getting back to normalcy. Efforts by the centre and the state are bearing fruit. Apart from the NDRF's rebuilding efforts, the centre is providing both money and manpower to restore civic services and manage logistics. NGOs are also active in providing ration and relief to the affected. Here's a report.
Odisha is limping back to normalcy. Massive efforts by the centre are yielding results. NDRF is providing continuous support in the rebuilding initiatives. Assistance by the centre in the form of manpower, finances and logistics has ensured that normal life is back on track soon. A number of NGOs are also pitching in to provide relief to the cyclone-affected masses by providing essential commodities and ration free of cost.
सुबह 7 बजे से शाम 6 बजे तक काम चल रहता है। जब शाम होता है तो लाइट नहीं है, इसलिए काम 6 बजे से बंद हो जाता है।
तो आपको क्या लगता है कितना टाइम लगेगा अभी इसको ठीक करने में, क्योंकि काफी लोग लगे हुए हैं अलग अलग इलाकों में?
अलग अलग डिस्ट्रिक्ट में अलग अलग राज्यों से कुछ कर्मचारी आए हैं, हमसे हमारे इलेक्ट्रिसिटी को मदद कर रहे हैं। फिर भी हम कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि लोगों को ज़्यादा से कम समय में हम बिजली दे पाएँ, तो हमारे कोशिश जारी है।
Temporary medical clinics to provide free treatment and medicines have also been set up.
अच्छा सुविधा मिल रहा है, तो मैं आया था, मेरा पैर थोड़ा जख्म हो गया था, इसलिए आया था, वो मेडिसिन हो गया मेरा।
हर तरह की बीमारी का दवाई देते हैं, जैसे बुखार हो, अभी लैट्रिन हो रहा है, किसका सबका दवाई दे रहे हैं हम लोग, पूरा फ्री में दे रहे हैं।
यहाँ पर जो भी आदमी बीमार हुए हैं उसको सारे दवाई दे रहे हैं, जिसका जोन भी बड़ी सी आया है सबके दवाई दे रहे हैं, गली गली घर घर में जाकर दवाई देते हैं।
The centre, which has already released 1,341 crore rupees for immediate relief and restoration work within a week of the cyclone, has also engaged public sector undertakings such as PGCIL and NTPC to ensure quick restoration of power supply in Puri and Khurda districts, while 50 teams of NDRF are deployed for restoration work in the affected areas. As a result of untiring efforts by central agencies, electricity supply to parts of Puri, including the Jagannath temple, has been restored in around 12 days. Electricity supply across the entire town is expected to be restored in a phased manner within 5 more days. An international delegation comprising officials of the United Nations, the World Bank and Asian Development Bank and other organizations led by the Department of Economic Affairs under the Ministry of Finance met state government officials and assured them of support for the improvement of the prevailing situation in the coastal region. Additional Secretary, Ministry of Finance Debashish Panda reviewed the banking service situation in cyclone-affected districts yesterday. He said that barring Puri district, 99% of banks have become functional again in Odisha. Meanwhile, the centre has extended the deadline for filing of goods and services tax returns for taxpayers registered in 14 cyclone-hit districts in Odisha. The date for filing GST returns for April 2019 has been extended from May 20th to June 20th. With inputs from Anuj Yadav, Newsnight Desk, DD News.
The Supreme Court has vacated interim protection given to former Kolkata Police Commissioner Rajiv Kumar from arrest by the CBI over his alleged role in destroying evidence in the Sharda Chit Fund case. The Apex Court has, however, granted a 7-day protection to Rajiv Kumar from arrest and allowed him time to seek legal remedies. The court has accepted the CBI's plea to interrogate Rajiv Kumar in connection with the case after 7 days. And let's get you some more national updates in our regional roundup.
The Maharashtra Cabinet has given its approval to promulgate an ordinance to amend the Socially and Educationally Backward Classes Reservation Act 2018 to provide reservation to them in postgraduate medical courses. The Board of School Education Haryana has declared the Class 10 board examination results with a pass percentage at 57.39%. Girls yet again outshone boys with a pass percentage of 62.17%, while boys scored 53.43%. Students can apply for re-evaluation within 20 days post the declaration of results. The Enforcement Directorate has attached assets worth 1 crore 94 lakh rupees to Haryana Chief Minister Om Prakash Chautala in Delhi in connection with the money laundering case against him. The assets have been attached under the provisions of Prevention of Money Laundering Act 2002. Rohit Kumar, the army personnel who was injured during an encounter in Jammu and Kashmir Shopian on Thursday, has succumbed to his injuries. The terrorists who were gunned down during the encounter have also been identified as Yawar Ahmed Dar, Shakil Ahmed Dar and Ishtiaq Bhatt. They were affiliated with proscribed terror outfit Hizbul Mujahideen. A part of wall decor suddenly fell off at the Chaudhry Charan Singh International Airport in Lucknow, sending all the passengers and staff into a tizzy. No casualties were reported in the incident.
In international news, US President Donald Trump has said he wants to overhaul the immigration system to favor young, educated and English-speaking applicants with job offers instead of people with family ties to Americans, a plan with little chance of advancing in the US Congress. Trump's plan, roundly panned by Democrats and immigration advocacy groups, is aimed at trying to unite Republicans, some who want to boost immigration, others who want to restrict it ahead of the November 2020 presidential and congressional elections. Currently, about two-thirds of the 1.1 million people allowed to immigrate to the US each year are given green cards, granting permanent residency because of family ties. Trump proposes keeping the overall numbers steady but shifting to a merit-based system similar to the one used in Canada. A plan, he said, would result in 57% of green cards to be based on employment and skills. The plan was developed by Trump's son-in-law and senior advisor Jared Kushner and Stephen Miller, an advisor known for his hard line on immigration issues. Democratic support would be needed to advance any legislation through the Republican-led Senate, let alone the Democratic-controlled House.
We are proposing an immigration plan that puts the jobs, wages, and safety of American workers first. Our proposal is pro-American, pro-immigrant, and pro-worker. It's just common sense.
Meanwhile, Democratic Congresswoman Ilhan Omar, who immigrated to the US from Somalia, joined activists on Capitol Hill to urge Americans not to abandon asylum seekers, saying passage of US President Donald Trump's immigration overhaul would dash the hopes of people fleeing devastating situations.
We can't, at this moment, turn our backs on the asylum seekers. It is quite devastating to hear the way that he speaks about humans who are just looking for a new day, who are looking to start anew.
India has expressed its support for sustainable peace, economic development and stability in Afghanistan. High Peace Council Secretary and Afghanistan President Ashraf Ghani's special envoy, Omar Daudzai, met External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj in New Delhi today and briefed her on the outcome of the recently held Loya Jirga. Both sides also discussed India's role in regional peace consensus with regard to Afghanistan, progress in peace talks and bilateral relations. Daudzai also met National Security Advisor Ajit Doval and Foreign Secretary Vijay K. Gokhale.
Well, India is a major global player and a regional player and has a stake in Afghanistan. It has invested generously in the past 2 decades in Afghanistan's reconstruction. And for peace to come, India has a key role. India wants to safeguard its own interests, and also the converged interests of India and Afghanistan have to be safeguarded. So our discussions on that subject, and US is also trying to make sure that India is a part of the whole initiative and cannot be left out. It is in it, and we are glad to see that India has great interest in peace in Afghanistan.
Now, the who's who of world cinema has been converging at the 72nd Cannes Film Festival in France. India is also making its presence felt there, with the country's pavilion drawing attention of stars and foreign producers alike. If you want to know why, take a look.
At a time when the who's who of world cinema are converging at the 72nd Cannes Film Festival, India too is making its presence felt at the prestigious festival. At the India Pavilion, deliberations are taking place on Indian films and film industry. The Indian delegation is in talks with delegations from other countries. On the table are proposals to forge a close bond between Indian and world cinema and expand cooperation in films beyond national borders by exploring co-production opportunities. The Indian delegation held talks with filmmakers from Israel. In discussions with the film commissioners of countries participating in the festival, the Indian delegation has been highlighting the possibility of India emerging as a major post-production hub and a hub for shooting world-class international movies by forging bilateral co-production agreements, leading to new markets and wider audiences. In an apparent endorsement of the growing influence of Indian films, Israel has proposed India as the focus country in the Jerusalem Film Festival 2020. Indian actors are frequenting the India Pavilion. National Award winner Kangana Ranaut visited the India Pavilion and discussed a range of issues with Indian representatives. Lyricist and CBFC chairperson Prasun Joshi too was among the visitors at the India Pavilion.
Today I see so many actresses, you can have a successful career if, say, you don't know dancing, or if you're a dancer, you can continue doing that. But even I feel for last year or two, a lot of women who have, come back, like Meena Gupta ji or Madhuri ji, without even being frowned upon for their age or things like that. So I won't say it is the mainstream things that's happening, but at least there are some examples here and there which are happening, which is, to begin with, I think it's not a bad thing.
The head of the Indian delegation, Amit Khare, endorsed Kangana's views.
I must appreciate what you said, Kangana ji, that in tier 2, tier 3 cities, in smaller cities, people are now trying to watch good cinema. They are quite interested, quite keen to know about newer things. And especially in what we call as local languages, because India has got different regions, different languages. They are also coming out with beautiful stories with cinema. And I think that is where, as a government, our role comes in to promote them.
Internationally acclaimed actor Tanishtha Chatterjee appreciated the India Pavilion.
I think the presence is quite there. The inaugural event that the India Pavilion did on the 15th, I think was really nice, and there was a lot of international presence as well. And I think the work should continue like this so that Indian cinema is promoted more and more in the global platform.
While no Indian film may have made it to the competition category, 2 films made in Jharkhand are showing their impact at Cannes. In a proud moment for India, 2 regional films, Lohar Daga and Phool Mania, were screened at the festival. At Cannes, India is also promoting the Golden Jubilee edition of the International Film Festival of India, to be held later this year in Goa. Bureau Report, DD News.
Let's talk about sports now, and as far as hockey is concerned, it is bad news. Indian men's hockey team ended their Australian tour with a 5-2 loss to the hosts in their 5th and final match held at the Perth Hockey Stadium on Friday. Australia's Trent Mitten, Flynn Ogilvie, Blake Govers and Tim Brand scored in their victory, while Neelakant Sharma and Rupinderpal Singh registered their names on the score sheet for India. India needed to score heavily in the last quarter if they were to make a comeback into the match. The visitors tried to create chances, but the Australian defence made sure that they did not give them space in the circle. The defensive lapses, the lack of cohesion between the midfielders and the men up front will be a cause for concern when the Indians touch down in Bhubaneswar in an attempt to make the FIH series finals. And how can we not talk about cricket? Well, the winner of the upcoming ICC Men's World Cup will earn a cash award of $4 million, the highest prize money on offer in the history of the tournament. The total prize pot of $10 million will see the runners-up take home $2 million and the losing semi-finalists $8 lakh each at the end of the 46th-day tournament being played across 11 venues in the UK starting the 30th of this month. There are prizes for each league match won in what promises to be a competitive tournament with the world's best teams playing each other in a round-robin format. The 2019 edition, though, only sees a 6.25% increase in prize money from the 2015 World Cup that had prize money of $3.75 million for the top team. And Australia are champions of the world. Well, Come to think of it, it's better than most corporate increments, isn't it? And on that note, that's all we have at the moment in Newsnight tonight. All the latest continues right here on DD India. This is, of course, a new look DD India for you, which has gone completely international. Stay tuned for more.